Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Refugee to Industrial Regent. Off camera, I went out by Chocobo to an area some distance away from here, built a couple of structures, and now I'm going to make further use of them today. But I need to start off with one bit of crafting and a little bit of resource gathering before I can do that. And what I'm going to craft here is, with 6 sticks and a wool like so, a scoop. And now what I can do with the scoop is head out here outside the city limits of Byzantium, and actually I've got a hive right here. So I'll go ahead and use the scoop, dig up the hive, and voila, I've got 2 bees and a frozen comb. And I used up quite a bit of the scoop. Now, I do need to collect some more bees, but I know of at least one other beehive offhand. And I think I may have pointed this out all the way back in episode 10. All the way in south of Dessos. Okay, that worked. Duly noted. Why can I not at the moment remember the name of the guy who mentioned that to me? Ah, well. Anyway, now I do have a bit of a full inventory at this point, so I'm actually going to stop the bee collection for the moment. Further bee collection will probably happen off camera. I'll have to remember to also head back to Byzantium because I'll probably need at least 2, maybe even 3 scoops to completely pull this off. But I'm going to go ahead and head to my stable, which I worked on. Was the last episode or the episode before? I forget, to be honest. I can't pick up those feathers, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and take this chocobo, and I have to open up 2 gates to actually get out of here. And then I'm actually going to go around the road because I need to go around Odessos because there simply isn't a gate on the other side. And even if there was, I couldn't get through the gates I've got. Or rather, the gates I can actually build at this stage of the game. So we are a bit west of Odessos, going through a meadow. There is an ice forest over there, which is home to these mobs called blizzes. And it looks like I had a little bit of a lag spike there. Excuse me. Alright, and now as I make my way through this ice forest, I forget the official name offhand, I'll just call it an ice forest. Alright, you have to go through here. Between those 2 trees will work. And I have to go to the right of that hill there. And then left before that cliff face there. Hit the land here. Make my way to the innermost section of this bay. Et voila! Welcome to my 3rd outpost at Petrola. This will be my final outpost for this stage. And I've got 2 houses that I need to furnish. So I'll go ahead and get them taken care of. And I will start with the doors. The doors are pretty easy to sort out. There we go. Now, I'm thinking this house here will be for bees, which means that house there is going to be for my woodcutter. So I'm going to start off, first off, with the glass panes. There we go. Place the bed in here. Go ahead and grab that torch up. Torches down. Alright, now we'll go ahead and lay down that as a night table. Now we head over into the second room, into which I will place more windows. Alright, then like so. Now I'm going to start by putting down a furnace here. Go ahead and put a frying pan on top. Go ahead and put some limestone counters and pseudo cabinets. And then on this side, I'm going to go ahead and, let me think. Go ahead and put the table there. See, the seat goes there. And then I will go ahead and, okay, replace the seat because the seat back didn't go on right. There we go. And now I can lay down a simple tablecloth. And that completes the kitchen. Alright, let's go ahead and put a torch there, just to light that up a little bit better. Alright, 4 more glass panes. And for this one, alright, I'm going to go ahead and place down 2 double chests in here. Actually, let me check. I think one requires, okay. You know what? I'll go ahead and make this 2 double chests and 1 single chest for the time being. And then in here, I'm going to go ahead and put down 4 double chests. And then I need to lay down 4 crafting tables, like so, as a combination workroom and plank storage room. And this completes the, I believe this completes the arboriculture side, but I'll have to double check. I can certainly stand to light up this area a little bit better, but I'll probably take care of that in a little bit. Let's see, over here, and this is for my beekeeper. Go ahead and lay down the windows. Bed, table, like so. Et voila. And then in here, I'm going to build another kitchen, similar to what I built for the woodcutter. There we go. Go ahead and place these windows. Now I'm going to place the same furnace and limestone combination I placed down in the other kitchen. Frying pan on top of the furnace. And don't forget the lights. There we go. Now here I've got room number 3, in which I'm going to go ahead and lay down 4 double chests since I have the room. Go ahead and place the window. And my last crafting table. There's one more item that will go in there, but I don't have the ability to craft it quite yet. I actually need to do some off-camera work before I can craft it. And finally, room number 4 for the beekeeper is going to be a study. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, let me think. Alright, I'm going to lay that desk like so. Do I actually? No, I don't think that's quite right. I think it'll work better there. And then limestone to sort of complete the desk. Don't forget the desk lamp. And I'm also going to go ahead and lay down some bookcases there, and how about on the front of the desk? That'll work. Alright. Go ahead and place down the last seat. Now, we've got the craft scoop, and I've mostly outfitted Petrola, and I did miss a step back in Byzantium, so I'll have to remember to head back to Byzantium to pull that off. But I should get the chance to do so a little bit later this episode. Wait a minute, did I forget the tablecloth in the kitchen? Yes, I did. Oh well. Alright, now there is a little bit more I'll need to do here in Petrola. And while I'm at it, now that I think about it, I did craft a second clipboard. And that is simply a list of known bees. So, I have Wintry and Rocky. And I will note that they are both hive bees. And I'm going to use the checklist, the clipboard rather, for the time being. It's not a permanent solution. I'm probably going to want to consider something along the lines of computer craft later on, but that's a good couple of stages away. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and go off camera. I need to gather some additional bees. Need to cross-check my inventory, gather some additional bees. Just generally get things in order. I shall return. Alright, I am back in Byzantium. I have died once off camera. I managed to accidentally hit a chocobo I was riding. I have no idea where that chocobo is. It's probably still running around where I first hit it, which is really bad, because it means I lose the saddle and the saddle bag that was attached to that chocobo. But I'm not realistically going to be able to get it back to Byzantium. So I will have to simply let it slide. Now, I'd also hoped to have enough of these honeycombs for the apiarist chest, but I'm not there. And something tells me I'm not going to get there this stage. What I can do, however, is go ahead and craft myself 2 of these bee houses. And I'm also going to go ahead and craft myself a couple of different types of backpacks. So let's take the common features, the chest in the middle, wool above and below the chest, and string in the corners. Then with wood on the left and right, I get this forester's backpack, which should carry things like saplings and seeds and the like. And then with stone, I get the digger's backpack, which will hold things like dirt and cobblestone. Again, not enough honeycombs to be able to make the apiarist chest, let alone the apiarist backpack. I'm actually going to go ahead and craft myself a couple of additional scoops for some off-camera work. I'll leave one in Petrola. The other 2 I will take with me. I also should probably take an axe with me. I do have a stone axe. Good. And I can leave the stone axe in the woodcutter's house in Petrola. Alright. Now, I do have one chocobo left. So I'm going to go ahead and take it back to Petrola. It's going to be about a minute to a minute and a half on camera. So in the meantime, why don't we enjoy some simple scenery? By the way, the Mobius Project, thank you for pointing that F3A trick out to me. It really came in handy. Twice so far this episode. And I suspect even more so in future episodes, as I have more and more long-distance travel. And given my current transportation technology and my ability to secure the route, I do consider this to be a long-distance journey from Byzantium to Petrola. The trip to Heliopolis, which I will return to a bit next episode, is shorter, but it's by sea. There isn't really a good overland route. And of course, Odessos is practically on Byzantium's doorstep. Alright, so we're back in Petrola. So now what I'm going to do is dig up just a little bit of dirt here. And now that did, as I expected, go into the digger's backpack. And evidently we are encountering thunderstorms IRL. Alright, but at any rate, let me go ahead and build a little bit of a fence here. I'm going to put the fence gate there. And really the fence is just here to mark where my bee housings will go. There is no real need to worry about mobs. And I've got a couple more misplaced fences. I didn't bring my bees with me. Ugh. Oh well. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set down the 2 bee housings. I'm going to go back into this bee house here. I'm going to go ahead and drop off my honeycombs and one of my scoops. I'll leave the others for later. Make my way quickly up to my lumberjack's hovel, and he is going to get the axe. And with that, everything I had intended to do this episode is finished, which makes this a good wrapping up point. Off camera, I'm probably going to go ahead and... Wait a minute. No, one more thing I need to do before the end of the episode. I shall return. Alright, back for one last run here in Petrola for this stage. Now what I'm going to do with the bee housing, alright, looks like temperature and humidity are both normal, which is good for the bees I brought. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Meadows Princess, and for this point I'm going to just merge it with the Meadows Drone, and then I'll follow suit with my Forest Princess and Drone over here. Yep, and as you can see, it is working, but it's not going to go with any great speed. I'm not going to get a lot out of it, I don't expect. It's a start to my beekeeping, but that's about all that I can say good about it. So, let's note that the Meadows is from the hive, and the Forest is also a hive bee. And with that, I've hit a good wrapping up point. So I will see you next time, everybody.